Alright, extreme quality studio mic, check. Custom built creme fraiche diffuser, check. Ready to roll? Hey everyone, welcome back to another update on Project Unit. I've got some really exciting things to unpack this week, mostly basic mechanics, but everything's slowly coming together, which is really exciting. The main updates are map generation finally works, and I'll get into more detail about that later on. New enemy types, new power-ups, and the introduction of the luck stat. So I'll try and keep things a little bit more concise than the last video, or at least unpack more than just walls of text for everyone to read. It's not fun for you guys, it's not fun for me. So hopefully moving forward, things are a little easier to digest. So, starting with the first new update, more of a bug fix than anything, but loading the level from somewhere now actually lets the game work, which is pretty nice. I've got to say, this bothered me for hours. It sucks to take away the menu that I put a lot of effort into, but I'd rather just the game work for now. So the next addition to the game is the split shot power-up. So this isn't exactly groundbreaking, but it felt pretty good to get working. You can split the shot up to 4 times. Now to get around the ramping power curve of this, I've had to make some adjustments, make the shot do a little less than full damage. It felt a little too powerful otherwise, and as you collect other power-ups, I don't want the player feeling like the game's too easy at any given point. Alright, now so before we get into my favourite part of the update, I want to show you guys some of the enemies that I've been working on. Otherwise, you might be wondering what all the strange looking placeholders are for. Now, I'm not going to lie, these are pretty basic enemies. They didn't take a lot of coding, they're a little bit dumb, but I did thoroughly enjoy making them, and they will be used as a baseline to create more complex enemies in the future. So check them out and let me know what you think. So for the last 2 updates, I'm going to show them together as they tie into a mechanic that I think is going to be present throughout pretty much the entire game. So the luck mechanic is something that's going to add a little bit of spice to the game, even though it is already a random game, and each run is going to be unique in its own way. It's another mechanic the player can use and try and build, just in case it's a bit of luck that's needed to get out of a sticky situation. This ties into one of my favorite power-ups so far, which is the split bomb orb. I won't go into too much detail now, I'll show you the video, it explains it a lot more. But based on the player's luck, it will determine how often these orbs split off from the player's shot. So here in Happy Fun Time Land, as I like to call it, we have some of the new enemies lined up, and for the first shot, I haven't picked up anything basic damage, but this splitter orb here, which takes a few tries to get working, uses the player's luck to determine, right there, you can see that the orbs split off, and after a short amount of time they will splash damage, and that will cause damage to surrounding players. So to avoid some issues with collision and all of the bombs just hitting one of the players, I've actually turned off the collision. And you can see here, this also works with the splitter orbs that we were talking about before. So with me and the boys over here, you can see that only on some of the shots, the splitter orbs will appear. So I'm really excited to see the sorts of combos that we can make with these types of pickups later on. Obviously we'll be adding more in, say like a multi-shot or a shotgun. And for your enjoyment, here is the level with pathfinding turned on. So I think the one thing I'm most looking forward to in this game are the combinations of things that you can pick up, turn your projectiles into, just get wacky. It's always been a staple part of roguelike games to be like this at the end of the run, get the chance to do it again, build something new, get overpowered, and you do it again, and you just keep building new kinds of combinations that you find throughout the game that you can't just get out of that one run. And the most important thing for me is to be able to establish some kind of replayability. I haven't really spent a lot of time designing anything beyond just the enemies and the map procedural generation, and I think that I'm getting to a sticky point where I need to sit down and really discover what I want the game to be about and how I'm going to keep people coming back. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate those of you who have already checked out the previous videos. If you like what you see, drop us a like, hit subscribe if you're interested in seeing some of the more content later on. I'm really hoping to get a prototype of this game out in the next couple of months or so, just to send between friends and see what they like, see what they don't like, try and improve the game as best as I can. If you have any future suggestions as well for the game, feel free to leave a comment and I'll check those out. I'll take them into consideration for sure. I want to make this game for everybody as much as I do just for myself. This is a learning process, but at the same time, I really do hope to see something come out of it in the future. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next update.